Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Supernatural. Well, the last episode ended with quite a doozy of a reveal, and it was interesting. I feel like when I was talking about the episode, I didn't want to say too much because I feel like there's so much more information to get about said reveal, so it's hard to comment on. You know what I mean? But I'm excited to see what's going to happen here, or if we're going to get any further information. You know, who knows? All right, let's get into it.
And of course, I remember the most remarkable event. Remarkable because it never came to pass. It was averted by two boys, an old drunk,
All right.
and a fallen angel. A grand story. But what if I've made the wrong choice? I mean, how am I supposed to know? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you my story.
Okay.
Let me tell you everything.
Oh, I'm gonna love this. I feel like I'm gonna love this. Okay. Let's go on a journey past. Let's do it.
Hello, Dave.
Oh, hello.
Just don't understand how Crowley could have tricked me.
Well, he's a tricky son of a bitch, that's how. Doesn't matter. But Cass, you'll call, right? If you get into real trouble.
Oh, stop it. Sweet. Also, Dean is not going to take this well. With it, whatever deception is going on. Like, he's very much about the loyalty of... Okay.
He's right, dead as a tin kipper. And yet, for some reason, he keeps laying eggs. Because I happen to have it on good authority that your two little pets are currently trying to hunt me down. I think you might have a little conflict of interest here.
Wow.
My interest was conflicted. I still consider myself the Winchester's guardian. They taught me how to stand up.
Hey, ass butt.
Oh, this is... Oh my god, my whole heart.
What to stand for, and what generally happens to you when you do.
Yeah. Well, sure, that is a lesson right there.
I was done. And so I knew what I had to do next. Of course, I hadn't truly raised Sam, not all of him.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kill the Winchesters.
No.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm not gonna
I'll
do
it
that.
myself. Or Alistair, or Azazel, didn't worry. Am I the only game piece on the board who doesn't underestimate those dirty rat nightmares?
I mean, that's a good point,
Just find purgatory.
sweetheart. But we're not gonna kill him.
We will both die.
What'd you tell him? Nothing, all right? Told him we were on some crap monster hunt. He doesn't know we're getting close to Crowley.
Oh boy.
You know, he's our friend.
Oh my heart.
And we were lying to him through our teeth.
Oh my heart.
He's an angel. He is the bulky Bartocamus of heaven. He can make a mistake. Nobody's saying nothing yet. You think the Cass is in with Crowley?
My heart.
Crowley? Look, Dean, he's our friend too, okay? And I'd die for him, I would, but... Look, I'm praying the wrong here.
If there's a snowball of a snowball's chance here, that means we're dealing with a Superman who's gone dark side.
So, they already suspected. Where's Crowley?
Oh.
And the worst part was Dean trying so hard to be loyal.
Ah!
Telling him otherwise.
I don't know where Crowley
My whole heart.
If there was a demon counterpart to Bobby Singer, Ellsworth would be it.
No, listen. No, I don't care. I want you to get down to New Mexico and bag me that Wendigo. What? Because
Stop.
the boss says we're done with them.
Stop with the bowls of blood. Oh my god. Oh! He said no ma'am. No ma'am. Wow. Oh,
I had no
Cass.
choice. I did it to protect the boys. Or to protect myself. I don't know anymore.
Maybe both. Maybe both. Maybe both. Oh. Oh, my heart.
After supposedly saving Sam, I finally returned to heaven.
Oh, okay.
God brought you back. He chose you, Cass, to lead us.
No.
Oh,
No
Okay.
one leads us anymore. We're all free to make our own choices and to choose our own fates.
that's good. Wow.
What does God want?
That's going to be
God
jarring.
wants you to have freedom.
Well, what does he want us to do with it?
Di-
Freedom is a length of rope. God wants you to hang yourself with it.
Wow!
Those first...
Allegiance to me.
Are you joking?
Do I look like I'm joking?
You never look like you're joking.
You rebelled against God.
The apocalypse doesn't have to be fought.
Of course it does. It's God's will.
How can you say that?
Because it's what I want. You know better than anyone, Castiel. They're soldiers. They weren't built for freedom. They were built to follow.
Oh,
Then I won't let you.
Really?
oh, jeez. Oh, not pleasant. Oh, God, guys.
I mean, there was no one. And we were stuck, and I mean really stuck. He broke ranks. He has gone to the mat, cut and bleeding
Oh my
for us
God, my
so
heart
many
is
freaking
broken.
times. Castiel, come on in.
But I didn't go to them. Because I knew they would have questions I couldn't answer.
Yeah.
Because I was afraid.
Wait, well, what do we do now?
Well, we caught 100 gaming before, we can do it again.
Crowley says hi.
Uh-oh.
Crowley sent his very best. I was caught as much by surprise as the rest of them.
Oh.
I could reveal myself and smite the demons. Of course, Crowley wouldn't like it, but on the other hand, they were my friends. For a brief moment, I was me again.
Oh. Oh my God. My whole heart.
We've been hunting Crowley this whole time. And keeping it from you.
Oh, them coming clean is just, it's breaking my heart even more.
Crazy, right?
You could have just asked me.
And we should have. We never should have doubted you.
This is bad.
Just hope you can forgive us.
This is bad. This is bad. My heart is
Wonders
breaking.
never cease. It's forgotten.
It's gonna come out and they are not gonna be happy.
It is a little absurd, though. I know. Superman going to the dark side. I'm still just Castiel.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I guess we could put away the kryptonite, right?
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Of course,
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize it at the time, but it was all over. Right then.
You kill my hunters, why can't I kill yours?
They're my friends.
Can't have friends, not anymore. I mean,
Wait, you sure you can, and the relationship's about to get
It's a
complicated,
very
but...
picture of mental health.
If you touch a hair on their heads, I will tear it all down. Our arrangement. Everything. I'm still an angel. And I will bury you.
Okay. Okay, and what? Okay.
Raphael was stronger than me. And I wouldn't survive a straight fight.
Okay.
Everything he sacrificed. And I was about to ask him for more.
Oh.
Ah, Castiel. 5 minutes. No obligations. I promise. I'll make it worth your while.
I was
Uh-oh.
no fool, are we?
You don't recognize it, do you? It's Hades. New and improved. Did it myself. Just look it up. No one likes waiting in line.
What happens when they reach the front?
Oh my God.
You go right back to the end again. That's efficiency. Cass, you love God. God loves you. He brought you back. Did
Oh,
it occur to
boy.
you that maybe he did this so you could be the new sheriff upstairs?
Oh boy.
Those souls would help, just like they'd help you when you run at me in charge down here. The devil, you know.
Huh.
How about I float you a little loan? Say, 50 large. 50,000 souls for the pit. It's either this or the apocalypse all over again.
Oh, wow.
Everything you've worked for, everything that Sam and Dean have worked for.
Oh,
God.
you know exactly what to say.
God chose you to save us. Deep down, you know that. There will be no apocalypse.
You're still here.
Yeah, we had to bury the bodies.
And we found a little whiskey. Thanks for coming.
We have a new plan. We think we finally figured out a way to track down Crowley.
Oh, they're gonna trap him.
It's you.
Oh boy. Well, guys, it's about to it's about to get messy.
You know who spies on people, Cass? Spies.
Just wait.
Well,
I don't
surely.
even know what you mean.
Look me in the eye and tell me you're not working with Crowley.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
My heart. My heart. My heart. My heart.
Let me explain. I can stop Raphael. Please, you have to trust me.
Trust you? How in the hell are we supposed to trust you now?
Oh, you
Still
guys.
me. I am the one who raised you from perdition.
What? Well, no offense, but you did a pretty piss poor job of it.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh.
Wait. Did you bring me back soulless on purpose?
Could you think that?
Well, I'm thinking a lot of things right now, Cass.
Stop it.
Listen, I had no choice.
No, you had a choice. You just made the wrong one.
Well, okay.
You don't understand.
When crap like this comes around, we deal with it. Like we always have.
Oh. Oh, he's hurting.
What we don't do is we don't go out and make another deal with the devil.
That sounds so simple when you say it like that. Where were you when I needed to hear it?
Oh.
It's there.
It's too late now.
Damn it, Cass, we can fix this.
Dean, it's not broken. Run. You have to run now. Run!
Oh my God. It's got so messy.
You know the difference between you and me? I know what I am. What are you, Castiel?
Well, he's on a journey
Exactly.
to figure that out.
Are you willing to do?
Wow. Also, I think there's a few differences between you. He said that. I was like, I mean, I could list a few.
The angel proofing Bobby put up on the house. You got a few things wrong.
Oh no.
That's too bad we got angel proof in the first place, isn't it?
It is too bad. Okay.
You're the one who taught me that freedom and free will.
You're a friggin' child, you know that?
Just because you can do what you want doesn't mean that you get to do whatever you want. Look, next to Sam, you and Bobby are the closest things I have to family. That you are like a brother to me. So if I'm asking you not to do something, you gotta trust me, man.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Or what? Well, I'll have to do what I have to do to stop you. You can't, Dean. I'm an angel. I don't know, I've taken some pretty big fish.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Dean. Well, I'm sorry too, then.
Oh my God. Oh, that was tearing me up.
So, that's why I'm asking you, Father. One last time.
Oh.
Am I doing the right thing?
Well,
Am I on the right path?
that's the thing, babe.
You have to tell me. You have to give me
You don't get to know.
a sign. Give me a sign. I'm gonna do whatever I must.
Oh, sweetheart. Sweetheart. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, my heart is just broken after that. Okay. 1 second. Okay, guys, that was such a crazy episode. And, I really wanted something like that to explain what was going on with Castiel. And, okay, but, well, I've got a few things to say about this. It was tragic. It was heartbreaking. But I loved it. And the reason why is this wonderful storytelling of Castiel figuring out what it's like to have free will, and maybe the downside of it. You don't get to know if you're doing the right thing, if you're on the right path. You don't get to know that. And, I loved that they were kind of showing in, kind of flashbacks with his narration and stuff of how he really got to the point of appreciating humanity and free will and why it is so important to him. I mean, that is what this is all really about, is him embracing his freedom. And I loved the focus on, it was brief, but the kind of just the focus on the angels not really knowing what to do. And I don't know, I like the idea of these people who have been soldiers and have been so angels, that are soldiers and have just very significant sort of ingrained in them to just follow orders. As we've seen it be with Castiel, we were able to kind of see his journey, learning kind of something different. But this was so, you can't just think that these angels are just going to overnight be like, okay, we have free will now, and embrace it. And to see him, kind of firsthand see Sam and Dean and Bobby, and to see these people, just humans, defeat all odds. It really opened his eyes to what freedom can really do. And maybe that made him a little bit confident in his, decision making for a time, and possibly, let's be real, possibly manipulated by Crowley. Because, I mean, the thing is that he doesn't get to know if he's on the right path, right? Castiel, I mean. But, I mean, there is a good point to be made. And I think I even said it at the end of the last episode. It's like, do we ever trust Crowley? That's a fair point, right? I truly love that this is him making these decisions, making these choices, not knowing how it's going to turn out, and how frustrated and desperate that can make him, as it does all of us. It's really quite, I mean, I loved the focus on that in this episode. And it was heartbreaking. I mean, do not get me wrong, it is absolutely heartbreaking to see him lie to, Dean and Sam and Bobby, and to, see them, especially Dean, really stick up for him and say that this is Castiel. I mean, I was saying the same thing I was like, everybody needs to trust, like everybody needs to trust. I know he's being vague, but we need to trust him or whatever. So it's like, you see that, and with that knowledge of, he's lying to them, that there's going to be a sense of betrayal coming out, and it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. The sweet loyalty to Cass, and then to see it kind of really kind of stick Dean in the gut of betrayal. And you know, Dean... Dean is... I could just tell that it was going to hurt him, especially. I feel like he's had the most time with Castiel out of everybody. But I also think that, like, he just... You know, Dean has this family and loyalty thing. And I think he's just hurt. Well, I mean, there's so many reasons why he's hurt, but one of them could really be that the cast just didn't come to him. Like, let's figure this out. And I by the way, I totally understand why Castiel didn't. You know, it was just that one line that just sort of said, he sacrificed so much. Grieving, all of this stuff, right? What am I going to do? Knock, knock. I need a favor. Which, by the way, Dean would probably be fine with. Dean would be like, okay, what do you need? But, I mean, it's... like, I get it from Cass's side of things, because I think Bobby would get it too. On some level. Like, asking for help can be kind of hard, and especially when you know that somebody that you might be asking for help has just gone through, like, so much, and it's, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, that's probably a very significant reason as to why Dean is so upset. And it was that moment where he was just like blatantly said that, you know, Castiel, like, your family, that's how I think of you. And I don't know if it's ever been kind of like said like that before, you know? So, and you know how Dean feels about family, you know what I mean? And so it's just, that whole scene, it breaks my heart, and this whole situation breaks my heart. And I'm not, you know, I'm not really, I kind of see all sides of it, and why people made the decisions that they did. And that's the thing about this show, and the way that I try to watch this show. I know that there's a decent amount of the fandom that really likes to judge a lot of characters for things that they've done, and, you know, and you have every right to do that. That's fine. I'm not saying that that's wrong by any means. I mean, you can do you. But I really like to try to see things from everybody's perspectives, and I think this is a great example of that, because you see how Castiel made all of the decisions that he did, and you can see how he is just so stressed and kind of desperate to know if he is making the right decisions. And it's got to be extra tough for him as somebody who did, you know, for most of his existence had kind of a, didn't really question a lot. You know, there wasn't these choices, this freedom, and he has it now. And that's what comes with it. We all struggle with that. How many times in our lives are we presented with some choice and it's not clear what the right choice for us is? And it could be something really small. It could be job opportunities. It could be, I mean, you never know what choices you make in life are going to lead to what great things. Okay? You don't know. Or it could lead to something bad, maybe, you know. And that's just how we as humans have to live. We don't know the future. I mean, I would, you know, I can't tell you how many times I maybe making a decision about something or whatever it is, and I've just like, I wish I could just peek 5 years into the future and just see like if this is going to pay off or is it not, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, it's a much grander scale for Castiel, for sure. And I loved that we saw the anguish that he had with it. I have to say, I loved the scenes with Castiel and Crowley. Castiel's protective nature of, you know, his friends was very endearing, but also I loved their interactions. I love both characters so much. And I say this, you know, I obviously don't trust Crowley, but that's not a comment on how much I like his character. Does that make sense? You know what I mean. And I loved his line. I loved his line in the beginning. He's like, am I the only one who doesn't underestimate these boys? Because I swear to God, like, they're taking out this person and that you know, all of these like major players. And I'm just supposed to be like, okay, I'll just wait for them to come for me. I love that. I love that. I love the he's very, not just self-aware, but like people aware. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Crowley really has some people figured out. I think he has Castiel figured out in some regards. Maybe not completely, but maybe some regards. He knew what to say. You know what I mean? When he was making his, like, pitch, he knew what to say. Anyway. But I love the scenes between the two of them. Because there's this partnership, but this lack of trust and this frustration. It was really interesting. I truly loved this episode. And I have to say, I know some of the fandom doesn't really like season 6. I've been enjoying it so far. But one thing that I will give the applause to for this season is giving a really good spotlight on Castiel and a good spotlight on Bobby. For specific episodes. Very different episodes, but very specific episodes. And I like that. You know, sometimes I like when they focus on some of the characters that, you know, obviously the show is about Sam and Dean, but I like that there has been focus on kind of some other characters that maybe don't get as much. And I hope, how can I say this? I hope Castiel can find peace with the fact that he made the decisions that he did. It can be some of the hardest things for anybody to learn this type of lesson, right? And for Castiel, sometimes you do make decisions and they don't work out the way that you want them to. Maybe they will. Listen, I don't know. We don't know how this is going to go. That's the point. We don't know how this is going to go. Well, you guys do, but I don't know how this is going to go. But I hope that regardless of the consequences, he can maybe find peace within himself. That's how this works. Sometimes you make decisions and it doesn't work out well. I do hope that he can mend his relationship with Dean and Sam and Bobby and we can move forward. But I think there's some stuff that needs to get out of the way first before that happens. But I think that, obviously I would love that. But what a wonderful spotlight on somebody who has kind of just realized the importance of freedom, but now we're focusing on the stresses that come with that. I really loved it. I know that it's such a weird thing to say that I loved it when it's like such a kind of heartbreaking episode, especially, somebody like me who I don't love conflict within our little team. I don't like it, but it's gonna happen. But I did like what it was focused on in this episode, and very well done, I thought. Anyway, all right. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.